Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcel and I'm really looking forward to practice with you today. Today I have prepared a quick but very intense power yoga flow, and if you enjoy these kind of classes and my videos in general, then it would be amazing to check out my Patreon channel where I'm uploading longer classes and also a handstand training, so full yin yoga, ashtanga yoga, vinyasa flow videos, and it would also help me to keep this channel growing, to keep doing what I love to do, for renting this room, coming here, also getting better equipment to improve the quality of this YouTube project. So thank you so much for considering to support me and to join the Patreon community. Today we start in a simple child's pose. So just come into a kneeling position, untuck your toes. If you don't want to put your forehead on the mat, then it's also totally fine to just sit on your heels. But if you want, you can lower down your forehead, bring the arms to the back or to the front. And just give yourself some time to arrive on the mat. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your mouth slightly open. And take a couple of deep breaths through your nose into the abdomen. On every inhalation, feel the belly pressing against your knees, your thighs. And on every exhale, relax your face, your jaw, the point between your eyebrows. One last deep breath. If you're in a seated position, then come into the pose where your hands are in front of you. Walk your fingers forward to find more length in your spine, in your back, and then start walking to the left. Right hand onto the left, both arms are straight. Relax your neck and take 3 deep breaths. Feel the stretch, the opening on the right side of your body, in the latissimus dorsi. And on the right side, one last deep breath. After inhale, come back to center. On the exhale, to the other side. Keep the arms straight. Look down to the ground to release any tension in your upper back, in your shoulders, your neck. Last deep breath. Back into the center, into a tabletop position. Your hands are in shoulder distance, your hips, your legs in hip distance. Your index fingers are facing forward. As always, spread your fingers so the weight is equally on both hands, and then start circling with your shoulders around your wrists. As always, really important to warm up, to improve flexibility, mobility in your wrists, especially if you're sitting in front of the computer and you're working a lot, or also typing a lot on the phone, you might get some tension in your wrists. You could also place the hands to the left and to the right so the fingers are facing away from each other, just shifting your weight from side to side. And then from this side a little bit further so the fingers are facing into your direction. If the pressure is too much, you can keep them facing to the side, so you do one side after the other. And then just do some gentle movements forward and backward, lifting up the palms, feeling this nice stretch in your forearms. Last one. And then sit back on your heels and shake your wrists out. If you need a longer wrist warm-up, pause here and come back to this video, but I think this should be fine. We won't do much arm balancing today. It will be more about strengthening the glutes and the core. Alright, from this position, place the hands on the mat, step back into your plank. Shoulders in one line with your elbows and wrists, so the energy goes straight down into the mat and there is not unnecessary pressure in your wrists. Lift your buttocks up a little bit and tuck your tailbone. So tilt your pelvis forward to engage your core. If you think, hey, what is this guy talking? Then just keep the buttocks lifted. Straighten the arms to also open your scapulae, your shoulder blades. And then we stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On the inhale, lean a little bit forward. On the exhale, with your knees or without, slowly lower down and come onto the abdomen. Untuck your toes, place the hands beside you, palms facing down. On the inhale, lift your chest and gaze down to the mat, so you don't have pressure in your neck. Keep lifting your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release, both hands beside you, push yourself back into another child's pose, and from here come into your first downward facing dog. Feet in hip distance, hands in shoulder distance, and if you want, you can walk your dog bending one knee after the other. Just make sure to really lengthen the spine, keep the arms straight. One last deep breath. And then slowly start walking your hands back. Your feet are still in hip distance and come into a forward fold. You can keep your knees bent and hang forward to release any tension in your shoulders and in your neck. You could also grab the opposite elbow. Or if you want to make this more active, you can keep the legs straight and pull yourself deeper into this forward bend. If this is your first movement of today, I would recommend you to keep your knees bent. If you have done some movement already, or maybe it's in the afternoon, feel free to straighten the legs. 3 more breaths in whatever position you are right now. And then slowly start walking your hands back forward into a downward facing dog without any movement. Try to press the heels equally into the mat. Gaze to your belly buttons or to the back to get your neck nice and long. One last deep breath. Bring the feet together. On the inhale, lift the right leg up. On the exhale, right knee to your chest, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly step the right foot in between your hands. If this is not possible today, just grab the foot, take it to the front, and lower the left knee down. Make sure that the femur is facing forward, the knees over the ankle. Untuck your left toes. On the inhale, lift your arms up. On the exhale, move your hips down and forward. And if this is really comfortable, we can take it one step further. If you interlace your fingers, bring them behind your back, and then creating this little back bend. So the chest is facing up to the ceiling, but you're still moving your hips down and forward. Take care of your knee, that it's not facing over your toes. Not to put tension on your ankle. And then open the chest, bring the elbows to the back. One last deep breath. On the inhale, straighten the spine, so it's again in a neutral position. Keep the hands behind your back. On the exhale, bring the left elbow to the right knee. Slow and controlled, some core work, and come back on the inhale. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up. All right, remember this movement because this will be part of our flow. This will be hard for me to speak today. This will be part of our flow, all right? Both hands on the mat, tuck your toes, step back, hold in your plank position. Staying here for 10, 9, 8, straighten your arms, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lean forward, exhale, lower down with your knees or without. Untuck your toes, push yourself up, cobra or upward facing dog, and on the exhale, downward facing dog. Always remember, you can rest anytime. If at any point this is too much for you, always press pause and rest in a child's pose. But not now. Bring the feet together. Inhale, lift the left leg up. On the exhale, left knee to your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly step in between your hands. Lower the right knee down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your arms up. On the exhale, move your hips down and forward. If there's any tension in your right knee, you can always put a blanket underneath or roll the mat. And if it's comfortable, interlace the hands behind your back, create this little back bends, but keep pushing your hips down and forward. to work on the right hip flexor, on the psoas muscle. Oh, I love this pose. I hope you are enjoying it so far. After this one, we will start with the power flow. So inhale, straighten the spine. On the exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, one more time. Inhale up. Both hands on the mat. Step back into your plank. And then lift the right leg up. Hip level is totally fine. Keep the arms straight, shoulders above your wrist for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. I'm joking. Shift your weight forward. Inhale. On the exhale, lower down. Your vinyasa in your own pace. And we meet in downward facing dog. So you always have the option low cobra, cobra, or upward facing dog. And now we are in the downward facing dog. Bring the feet together. On inhale, lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee to open the hip. Of course, you could also flip your dog if you want to. So the left foot is on the heel. The right foot on the toes. Lift your hips up, creating this beautiful back bend. Be careful, it's a back bend, not a side stretch. So lift the hips up to the ceiling. And then see how you can step the right foot next to the left hand, maybe without using the right hand. If you need a hand or if you need some steps in between, totally fine. It's a journey. It's just about having fun and doing something good for the body. Whenever you're ready, knee over the ankle. On the inhale, rise up into your high lunge. And now again, bring the hands behind you. Inhale here. On the exhale, left elbow to the right knee. Little tap. And come back up. Inhale here. Exhale, another tap. Inhale, come back up. Great job, guys. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now shift forward, leaning forward, shifting the whole weight onto the right leg. Not coming into a warrior three, just almost tapping the left knee to the right leg and straighten again, and now coming into a warrior three. One more time, left knee forward, tapping to the right, and warrior three. Now really important, bend the right knee for the transition. Bring the left knee forward, start to straighten the left leg to the front. This is hard work on the right leg. Lift the arms up, point your left toes. Uddita Hasta Padangusthasana, working on the psoas, which we have stretched and prepared before. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee to your chest. Inhale. On exhale, see how slow you can step back into a high lunge. Really slow movement. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, both hands on the mat. Step back. Either straight into your downward facing dog or you do another vinyasa. It's your practice, your choice. And then we meet in a downward facing dog. Bring the feet together. On inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the left knee to open the hip. Keep your arms square, so in one line, parallel to each other. You can decide if you want to stay here or maybe flip your dog into a wild thing. On the inhale, lift your hips up, creating this back bend. And then see how you can step the left leg next to the right. I always try to come into a side plank first, and from this position, I'm stepping forward. Knee over the ankle, all toes are facing forward. On the inhale, rise up. Hands behind your head, inhale here. On the exhale, right elbow to the left knee. And on the inhale, come back up. Inhale here, exhale one more time. Controlled movement for your core. Great job. Lift the arms up. Hands to your heart, shifting your weight forward. And tapping the right knee to your left leg. And then straighten the right leg, coming into your warrior three. You can point your toes or flex, it doesn't matter. Just keep your hips closed. One more time, right knee to the left leg. And straighten again, warrior three. Now, if you're not already, then start bending your left knee. Right knee forward. Start straightening the right leg. Straightening the standing leg. Lift your arms up. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then see how slow you can step back into a high lunge. Arms up. On the exhale, both hands on the mat. The last vinyasa for today. Shift your weight forward, slowly lower down, untuck your toes, upward facing dog or cobra, roll your shoulders back, and on the exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Feel free to release, open the mouth. Try to press the heels equally into the mat, keep your arms straight. And try to find stillness in your down dog. No movement, just you and your breath. 1 last deep inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, release. Slowly lower your knees down, untuck your toes, and we're finishing this quick and intense class the same way we have started it, to close the circle. So you decide if you want to stay up in this seated position or if you come into a chair. Feel free to stay a little bit longer in your child's pose or at a Shavasana or maybe another yoga class or workout. Thank you so much for deciding to practice with me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe, to hit the like button, maybe even write a comment in which country you're living, in which city, so I can plan my future events and retreats, and I can't wait to practice with you again. Take care, thank you so much, and Namaste.